Hello Virgo, and welcome to your September 2016 General Tarot Card Read. Dee here, along with my dear friend Miss Lucy.
Hello.
First off, we'd like to say thank you to everybody that's liked, subscribed, and just been a big part of this development of this channel. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We hit a benchmark this month too for us, and this last month in August. So we're going to be releasing an extra little video for everybody for either the month of September or by the end of August, depending on what I get done.
Yeah,
just depends on
how
what's
much
going on.
time.
Right. So kind of watch out for it. It's going to be kind of a fun one. It's a little different than what we do here. Yeah. But for those of you that are new here to what we do, Lucy does a read, I do a read, and then we do a combined read between the two. Virgo, this month, it's kind of interesting. You've got a very unique setup here for us. In fact, we're going to probably end up taking another picture in the middle and showing you what we see when it comes to the combined read. We pull oracle cards for you. For this month we have 2, and then we also have 2 cards that we use for the overall, which is from your year spread for the month of September. So we're going to start with Lucy and the card that she pulled.
As the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is masculine energy. It shows that you're fortunate in your achievements that you have made thus far. But if you're feeling a lack or you feel like you've lost touch with your creative or emotional side, then you need to let go of any negativity in your life and seek out workable solutions for that aspect of your life. Okay? And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Now the Five of Pentacles to me is a card of need or a card of something that is lacking in your life. It can be about poverty, worry, inadequacy, troubled emotions, financial troubles along with that too. So that if you need help, the stained glass windows indicate that help is nearby. All you have to do is seek it out. Ask for help from, I don't know, a church, an organization, your family, your close friends, whatever the situation calls for. Okay, but also don't make your need greater than it is. Don't exaggerate what is going on in your life just to get attention. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now the Ten of Pentacles is about prosperity. It's family, it's close relationships, it's inheritance. Here, it's also the ending of a cycle and a new beginning. Tens are that too. So the message here is that you're ready to move on to a new challenge, to the next level in your life. If you've learned all you want to learn, invested all you wanted to invest, then the suggestion here is that when you move ahead, that you also give of yourself, give of your abundance, pass it on to someone who, or an organization, an affiliation, to someone who is struggling and coming up. And you know, that's a good thing to do. Okay, the caution here is to holding on to something that you will not use ever again. So be a little generous and give. Okay. And then the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords has an element here of unfairness. Whether it's a lie that's been told to you, whether it's somebody sneaking around behind your back, whether it's you avoiding a confrontation that you already know is coming. Okay. This can have, it can indicate failure or incompletion, something like that. So if things aren't going as you planned, for whatever reason, for bad luck or theft or just somebody being sneaky, take the necessary precautions. Protect yourself. And also use diplomacy to reach your goals. You don't have to necessarily out and out confront someone. That may not be the way to go about it. That will only bring more dissension. So be diplomatic to get what you want. Okay? Don't be impetuous. And don't act impetuously. Consider the consequences when you decide what you're going to do. Now the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about emotions. Cups are about emotions. As you can see, he's rather inert there. He's gazing off into whatever never land he's in. This person is kind of pie in the sky thing going on. This one can be about boredom or tediousness or disappointment, dissatisfaction. He could even be reevaluating. We don't really know for sure here. So the warning is here, don't let your romantic ideals and ideas lead you off the path that you're already on. Don't neglect what is already in front of you for something that may never come to pass or can never be true for you. Okay? Hold on to your healthy ideals and know the difference between convictions and fantasies. And then you have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands it's about celebration. Yes, it's about just rewards. It's about the success and your triumph. Good news, from your own hard work. Okay? So achievements resulting from your own hard work, from the work that you put in. So enjoy your time here. You have earned it. It is well earned. Congratulations and actions for things that you have done. And the celebration, celebrate, enjoy, but don't rest on your past achievements. Life is about moving forward. The cards are about movement. Everyone you see is some form of achievement, movement to enrich your life, to give you the best life that you can possibly have. So don't rest on past achievements. Go forward.
Anything else you want to add to that?
Nope.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So the card that I pulled for the month is the Magician. Now, the Magician is all about self-control. It's about what you need is in your hands, and it's a time for you to kind of stretch yourself, to use these resources that you have available and start to do stuff. You might make mistakes this month, but this month you're being called to start stretching out and maybe trying something new, doing something different, and learning about yourself and what resources and what you're able to do. You might make mistakes, but it's part of the fun of it. Life is about mistakes and going forward. So that's what September is all about. I started with the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about reward for all the hard work you've been doing. I really feel that some of you are going to be financially doing really well this month because you've worked really hard at it. It's about enjoying the good things in life too. And for some of you, it's not always about the amount of wealth that you have, but it's being happy with what you have. And just remembering that and being satisfied for where you're at, and realize that where you're at is what you worked really hard to do. And for some of you, this may be receiving, you're starting to actually get what you've been dreaming about, but you worked really hard. And I just feel that you need to keep going with that. It's going to suit you really well financially. The next card I pulled is the Moon. The Moon is interesting because it's about dreams. It's about illusions. It's about introspection and facing the fears and fantasy. For some of you, you're going to go through a reflection period this month, and you're going to really be looking at what's real, what isn't, what's a fantasy, what is not. So keep yourself in tune, listen to yourself. Don't be afraid to really sit down and maybe weigh the pros and cons to a situation, write down so that way you have the truth in front of your face. Because it's so easy to get misled by illusions that are going on with you. And I really feel that this has to do with more of a personal nature, maybe even the relationships around you, because you've been working really hard to get what you need with your finances. It's almost like you've been kind of under illusion. It might even been about yourself for some of this too, where you're under illusion about yourself. It's time to sit down and really focus on what's real and what's not. Because the next card I received is another major arcana, and it's the Fool. The Fool is the very beginning. It is full of possibilities. It's full of like childlike wonder. And all this work that you've done and all these dreams that you've been working on, it's good for you to be able to look at that, because it's going to actually help point you in this direction that you're supposed to be going. For some of you, you're going to be starting a new journey. For some of you, it's going to be a new project, but it's going to be full of something that you wanted to do either as a kid, or full of new ideas and new dreams that you never even thought you could do. So yeah, enjoy this time, because you need to take that leap of faith in order to continue forward, because this whole month is about that forward energy, like what Lucy was talking about, which is funny because she does her reads separate, I do mine, and then we come together and we both pretty much got a lot of the same stuff when it comes to that. So Start that new project, give it a try. You have all the resources available to you this month. Make mess, try something new. It's good for you. Take that leap of faith. The next card I pulled is the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is about your intellect. He is somebody who is very genius. He's an expertise. He takes the time to think. He got to where he's at for a reason. And it's through the plans that you want to set into motion. It's going to help you. Now, for some of you, this is an air sign because it's an air. And air is of course, your Libra, your Aquarius, your Gemini. So there might be somebody in your life that maybe comes your way, and it doesn't have to be a male, but it might be somebody who has that kind of, look at where I've been. I've got this all together. Right. That confidence and authority.
That clarity of thought.
That might step into your life. And I really feel, Virgo, you need to be careful with this person. I almost feel a warning because the next card, and I'm going to put both of them up together, I got was the Ten of Swords. Now, when I did this one originally and pulled all these cards and looked at them, I really felt that for some of you, this King of Swords is going to make you feel like this, where you're going to feel overwhelmed, defeated. And I think that this is a warning for somebody. Don't let the King of Swords run you over to where your new dreams and your new achievements, these things that you wanted to go into, don't let them be the naysayer against you, because he can be kind of cruel and cutting at times. And again, this doesn't have to be just a male energy. It can be a female also that embodies a lot of the King of Swords. So if you got an air sign in your life that's been doing that too and you feel overwhelmed, don't let them. This is a new beginnings and new possibilities for you for this month. So don't let that energy overwhelm you to where it like stops you and your confidence is being taken away. Embody the King of Swords. Be confident in who you are. You have all the tools and resources available to you. You've weighed your pros and cons. This is a new venture for you. Go for it. Take that leap of faith. Move forward. Don't let the energy of the negativity get to where it wears you down. So keep that in mind this month. Try and stay as positive as possible when it comes to these things that are being brought to you. And don't let somebody cut you down. Okay? All right, we're going to stop the video, take a picture, and show you what we kind of see, and then we'll come back and explain it to you. Okay, Virgo, hopefully you've taken the time to stop the video, look at the change of the reads, because we've taken the oracle cards down, we put them in. It looks like there's like 3 different events for you this month and things that are going on. And we're going to kind of read it together. Lucy and I, it was really funny too when we were doing this video. We kept having problems with our candles and different stuff going on. So we really feel that for someone, this is a very important message and you need to kind of really pay attention. So the first grouping that we have is the 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the Moon. And I really feel that the 5 of Pentacles and the Moon kind of go together because you're feeling like you are really in want, and a lot of it's illusion on your part. And you've got to change your attitude and your thinking when it comes to this, because you could operate like this when in actuality you should be operating in the 9 and 10 of Pentacles, because you've worked hard and you've done a lot of stuff, and now it's time for you to turn around and give to other people. But if you only concentrate on the negative and you only look at the illusions of the things that maybe I even feel like they're doing Jones, and what's the Jones doing and what are they doing? What are, they're
comparing themselves to someone else.
Yeah. And Virgo, you're not supposed to do that.
No.
So we're going to have Lucy read the Oracle card. Do you want to add something to this? Is that what you...
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is I really think this has to do with your finances and...
it has to do with your mental processes too,
right.
Because the moon can show you, the moon is about illusions and self-deception sometimes. It could be about people deceiving you, but it can also be about you deceiving yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? Perhaps you've been hurt and you're not letting go of that pain, and that pain is leading you to self-doubt.
And that want.
Feeling like you're lacking something.
Right.
It does not necessarily have to be money. It doesn't have to be resources. It doesn't have to be that you're lacking a warm bed to sleep in at night. It could be that you are lacking the confidence and the faith that you had before in whatever situation you are in, okay? Stop torturing yourself. You have good things going on in your life. Trust in those. Okay?
All right, and I'm going to have Lucy read this. This one's called Intention, and this card goes specifically with this event.
Yes, it does. Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work, however. Others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own.
Mm-hmm.
Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately with clarity and detachment.
And Virgo, don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and don't sit there and focus on that. Focus on the things that you've already accomplished.
Yes.
And
Yes.
especially when it comes to this many matters in your,
Right.
even just yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you've done a lot. You've worked hard. It's time for you to turn around and give to other people instead of expecting people to give
And
to
life
you.
can be good. Know your intentions and what they are.
Right.
Clear your thoughts. It is your thoughts that can bring you joy, the most joy. Okay?
Okay, so the middle part was very interesting because I see that for somebody, they've really felt like stuff has been stolen from them.
Mm-hmm.
They really feel like life has really dealt them a bad deal.
Mm-hmm. Unfairness to the extreme.
And I want you to know that your luck is changing. There is something changing right now for this month, and you need to be open to it. Put out your intentions like Lucy talked about, but locked doors are going to be opened.
Yeah.
And I got this one, and it really fits for this because when that locked door opens, it is going to be a new beginning for you.
Yes.
It's going to be that childlike wonder. You're going to be like shocked in a way.
Yes.
But you have to do the work to get to there.
Yep.
You have to put your intention out there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to start focusing on what other people are doing. You need to focus on yourself and do this because you can do this, Virgo.
Yeah.
This isn't anything that you can't. You've already got the tools available to you.
Yes.
So,
Be your better self.
right.
That's what the 7 says too. Use
Yeah.
diplomacy. Don't fight fire with fire. Sometimes everybody burns up in the ashes if you do that.
Yeah.
Use the
Very true.
diplomacy. Be your better self.
So this next part, because that was a separate event too, it kind of leads to this too.
Mm-hmm.
The Magician and the King of Cups, this is, about having the resources available to you, knowing yourself, being confident in it, learning what you can do. And the King of Cups is your emotions and somebody who is in control of his emotions.
Steadfast.
Mm-hmm.
Confident too.
Right.
So
So,
perhaps there's just a little bit of wiggle room in that satisfaction area of your life, in your emotional life, in your creative side of your life. Perhaps there's a little lacking there, and that's where you need to put your focus for a little while.
mm-hmm.
Because you have the 4 of Cups there, and the 4 of Cups can indicate reevaluation. It can also indicate boredom and tediousness, but it can indicate reevaluation. Okay, out of your disappointment here, maybe just a little bit of disappointment in what's going on in your life or how it's going, you can reevaluate and bring forward the better part.
And this is of an emotional love nature type thing for you. I really feel it's just that feeling. So take the chances that you need to this month. Because of that, you're kind of going through an apathetical period. You've got things that are being presented to you, and you're like, I don't really want to take this right now.
It's time to shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. And it's time for you to get up and move because you have a lot of options to you. And it's so funny because I keep seeing these 3 guys together. There's a lot of masculine energy, but definitely these 2. For somebody, you've got a choice between a King of Cups and a King of Swords, and you need to decide what you want to do. But you got to realize, again, even though this is masculine energy and dealing with all that, you are the one that has all of the resources in your hand. You are the one that gets to decide. Don't let these 2 run you over.
Male or female.
Male or female. And again, your cups are Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and then of course your King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So keep that in mind when you're doing this, because you're going to come out victorious.